Today we're here at the range trying out a new holster. It's the Tier 1 concealment. This is the MSP Modern Samurai Project holster. It is miraculously designed as it can fit all different styled guns, as long as this one is for the Surefire 300X. As long as it has that on there, it should be able to fit in this. So this is an ingenious design so that I can fit multiple different firearms into the holster, and it's a smooth draw. Throughout the process, insertion is good. You just have to get used to indexing where the flashlight goes. So that is something that you need to be aware of. And so here's a practice gun here. Boom. So easy in, easy out. All right, so that's a really cool product here. I'm trying that out. It doesn't have a lot of extra thickness as opposed to some of the other inside the waistband designs. It does allow actually an STI with the U-boat to fit in there pretty good. So the way it achieves this is there is some shock cord here that will stretch to accommodate all the different types of guns. So I've tried 3 or 4 different styles of guns. Fits really well. And if you're looking for something that is like a one and done, this might get you to where you need to be. And so same with the magazine. Magazine is the same design. There's shock cord here allowing stretch, and it's a nice tension. It's a nice smooth tension when you draw. There's a tension adjustment here as well. So jamming this in here, so it will open up to accommodate that. Here is an XDM mag. Nice smooth draw. Here's a regular Glock mag. Pop that in there. They do have the choice of having an extended, specifically for an extended mag. So I don't know if that elongates this at all, but I don't know why you would want that, because you want as much purchase on the magazine as possible. And I mean, unless you're running some big stick thing, that might be the case. But on this particular clip, there's a metal, like Alice type clip here. Once you first get this thing, it'll make you curse out loud. But do yourself a favor and bend that inner leg in so that you can get it over the belt on and off pretty easy. But you can adjust it in a different cant, which is very nice. So I just want to kind of brag on their product a little bit. I am in no way affiliated with them. I just been using their stuff. All right, I want to go over the importance of a good gun belt. As if you don't already know, it is vital into being able to carry the firearm comfortably throughout the day, as well as your performance once you have to administer some lead medicine. So the next belt is what I tried to purchase here. I saw really good reviews on it. It's a nice stiff belt. I can go ahead and take it off here. So it's a ratcheting system. All it does is boop, boop, boop. Now I ate too much at Christmas time. Boop, boop, boop. You can come out in little increments. It's very nice. So I was very hesitant in purchasing a new belt, since I had a tried and true gun belt for 10 years. It's an IDPA CR speed belt. But the problem with that is it's very thick. So if you're going inside the waistband, you want something that's thin but rigid, and this kind of fills that bill. So I've got it a couple days ago. So this is the first time out at the range with it, but I've been wearing around, been dry firing with it, and so far I'm really liking what it's doing. So the only thing that you have to do is figure out where you want the buckle to be. Once you get this thing, you can cut it to length, but just figure out where you want that buckle to be so that it doesn't get in the way of your equipment. And you can also put whatever else you're gonna put on there for your everyday carry. All right, so that's the next belt, and we'll see how it does today. One of the benefits to this particular appendix style rig with the separation, it's not like the sidecar where it's butted up against each other and it's in the small space, is now my draw as well as the reload is going to be ergonomically efficient and natural for my wrist to stay in line with my forearms when drawing. It also maintains strength as well. So most of the time you see these sidecar rigs and they're right on top of each other in some fashion like this, where you have to grab the magazine like this and the gun like this. You can train through that, and you see a lot of people do their videos and they have trained through it. But one of the benefits to setting up for success is if you see that the natural setup that I have in my arms and the wrists and the hands, I've set myself up for success, so I don't have to train through an awkward cant such as this. At the end of the day, what that looks like is when I draw, I have an ergonomic path to the target plus a reload, an ergonomic path to the mag well, such as this, if that makes sense. So I don't know how many of you young people are familiar with Chubby Checker, but he had a very popular song called The Twist. I want to show you how the twist is not just a dance that your grandparents did. It's actually a technique that you can use for your appendix draws. So come on, baby, just do the twist. Put your hand on your belly and go like this.
Boy, what the heck did you just tell me to do?
So what I'm actually doing, instead of just grabbing it and pulling straight up, because now my hand's here and has to go here, right? Well, if I do the twist, now my hand's here ready to accept this firearm. Boop. What that looks like in slow motion is do the Chubby Checker, pop it up, boom. What that does, it gets the material out a little bit more so without having to go up to your chin, and then therefore on the road map you're losing efficiency. Same goes with the reload. Right up here. Now I do the twist. So what we're doing is going to a natural point, which would be the belly button, to start the twist. You can always find your belly button. That's probably one of the first body parts we learn when we're a kid, is where the belly button is. Belly button, ear, eye, nose. So that's what mom teaches us early on in life, is where our belly button is. So I go to the belly button, do the twist, fire. Oh, I got to reload, go to the belly button, do the twist. And there's the magazine. Everything is there where I need it to be. I don't have to put my arms in a weird, awkward position. So we're going to do the cold start drill, which entails that I start at 7 yards on the move. I hit 3 on the left, 3 on the right of the big geometric shapes. I perform a reload. I'll have to rack it back to go to slide lock, reload, and then shoot each corner, and plus 2 in the middle. Boop, 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 boop. And then see what it looks like. All right, so we got an 850 on here. The light indicator cost me a little bit, just getting used to that that go signal from the light. We get so spoiled from our shooting all the time with the buzzer right in our ear. You know, there's a small little path to our brain to tell us to go ahead and ignite these jets. But learning to use that will be beneficial in the long run. So it looks like we got an 850, which expert is 8 seconds. So I'm not a total failure. 11.5 seconds is pass. That little line cut may or may not go. I always strive to be perfectly in the circle, but this is a cold standard drill, and this tells you where you are at with that particular gun on that particular day in that particular environment, and so you get feedback and learn to progress through that. So we live and learn. I'm pretty happy with that. It's a cool run. First time trying that. So in this, I learned ways that I could be better, efficient, and score a little bit better. So that's that.
Come on, baby, just do the twist. Put your hand on your belly.